Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today we will presenting on sustainability and circular economy for SCM990NSS. Our team, myself Isha Parsana, along with Kushal Sharma and Mohamed Azfar, will explain key concept and real-world applications of the circular economy. Table of content. Here, here's a quick overview of what we will cover today. We will start with the fundamental concept of circular economy. Then we will move on to the sector analysis, how different industries are adopting circular economic practices. Finally, we will discuss a real life case of Bunbury Farm and how they apply sustainability and circularity in their operations. Let's begin with the basic fo- foundational concept of circular economy. The circular economy is about using sources wisely. Instead of making products, use them and throwing them away. Circular economy encourages us to reuse, recycle, and reduce waste. We can learn from early thinker from Building and Stahel, who first promote this idea. Circular economy has many definitions, but the main goal is simple: protect the planet and reduce waste. There are global and local benefits too. Globally, it helps save resources and reduce pollution. Locally, it creates jobs like recycling industries and keep community cleaner. Business can apply circular economy by recycling materials, designing products that last longer, and using digital solutions. One example is the fashion industry. Circular economy helps turns out old clothes into new products, reducing textile waste and saving money. Thank you. That's all from my side. Now I would like to hand it over to Mohammed.
Thank you so much, Isha. So, when we talk about the circular economy in assignment A3, what we focused on was the food and agricultural sector. So, what are the learnings that we got while we were doing this assignment? We first learned things like precision agriculture, like using sensors, data, and smart systems generated by even AI today. It helps farmers reduce waste and optimize inputs like water, fertilizers, and pesticides, and different things like that. We also learned that post harvest food loss prevention is critical. So, this can be achieved by harvesting methods, storage, and transportation infrastructure, all which kind of reduce the environmental pressures. Thirdly, the industry is making gains in innovative packaging, such as compostable, which you've heard of, biodegradable, which is kind of increasing now today, which is made from things like seaweed or agricultural waste. Finally, we also saw how biological loop systems are used to recycle food and farm waste back into things like compost, fertilizer, or biogas. But there are things like policies and regulations that play a major role, especially in countries like Denmark and Netherlands, where circular food systems are supported by the national framework. So the law helps them kind of build the economy that way and really support the circular economy. Next slide, please. So when we talk about the company, what the company that we focused on was Burnbrae Farms, which is a Canadian egg producer that is quite conspicuously using the circular economic principles. So one strategy that they used quite often, which was repurposing eggshells into agricultural lime and supplements, turning whatever waste into something that is not actually a waste, which they turn into value. Things like cracked or surplus eggs, which is in baking or mix like pet foods and mixing, is a great example of waste to product. So basically, those don't go to waste. You can actually reuse them once again. Things like localized sourcing and distribution, which cuts down on things like transportation, emissions, and supports also regional food loops as well. They use recyclable cartons made from consumer fiber, reducing plastic waste and aligning with, again, circular economic principles as well. Finally, they also recover manure for energy and fertilizer, which again supports the closed loop circular economic cycle. but that is also supported with the collaboration and transparency, which is also quite essential. So if you're not openly practicing this, where one person's practicing it and the other person's not, it kind of does not make the business any more sustainable than what it is today. So that's what we've learned about the circular economy from both the company and also the industry perspective. And I will pass it on to Kushal to take it over from here. Kushal?
Thank you, Mohammed. So let's chat about Burnway Farms and a big name in Canadian egg production. What's really cool about them is how they have woven sustainability and circular economy ideas right into their agriculture sector. Often gets a bad rap environmentally, but Farm is showing us how traditional farming can actually become super sustainable. They are doing tons like using eco-friendly packaging, recycling waste, practicing regenerative agriculture, and making efficient, energy efficient products which are more way more sustainable. So first up is the environmental stewardship. So Burnway is seriously committed to this, aiming for net zero emission by 2050. They are already using solar power facilities for products like nature eggs, solar free range eggs, which is pretty awesome. Plus, they are big on cutting waste, minimizing packaging, and saving water. Then there is ethical farming and animal welfare. This is huge part of their values. Uh, they stick to science-based standards for hen well-being as part of the National Animal Care Program, and it gets this. They have also even partnered with the University of Guelph to fund a professorship in poultry welfare. Talk about investing in the future. And finally, for this slide, the final part is community engagement. That is creating shared value is the key for Burnway Farms. They have given over 1 million eggs to food banks and teamed up with charities like Parkinson Canada. Through their Burnway Farms Foundation, they have been helping with food accessibility and educating people about agriculture, making a real long-term social impact. And moving on to the next slide, let's talk about the safe, nutritious products. So, ensuring food safety and providing healthy options is really important for responsible consumption. In 2023 alone, Burnway Farms facilities did over 80,000 food safety and quality tests, all certified by a global standard, and they offer cool products like Omega Plus eggs, which are nutritionally enhanced for our well-being. And finally, there is circular value chain integration. This is when they really shine in terms of circularity. Think closed loop system and regenerative sourcing. Burnway works with over 400 Canadian farmers, and by having decentralized grading stations and processing plants, they cut down on transportation emission. They also use third-party sustainability audits like EcoVadis to keep an eye on and improve their circular performance, which shows great transparency and accountability. And these are the references for all the slides. And thank you. And let us know if you have any questions.